It's the understatement of the year to say that Joey Aguilar has been incredibly impressive so far in 2025. I think we had high hopes of what he could be, but he's even surpassed those, and the numbers, they spell it out perfectly. 65% completion percentage, 1,459 yards, that leads the SEC, 9.3 yards per pass, and 13 touchdowns, all of those in 5 games. But when it comes to Joey, although I love those numbers, and love what he's doing on a game-to-game basis, what I'm more impressed with is his leadership, okay? And I want you guys to remember something for me. We need to go back in time to July, Miles Kitselman, SEC Media Days, because he said something, and I remember hearing it, and I didn't like it, right? He was talking about Nico. He was talking about last season, and while he didn't say Nico's name specifically, he talked about the lack of leadership that Nico had last year. He said, you come off of a drive, go 3 and out, and it's like, where's the voice on this team? And I think that's the question that a lot of those guys on last year's teams were asking themselves. And I think that's the question that Joey Aguilar so far through 5 games has been answering. Coming up on today's show, Joey Aguilar went on with Austin Price, and a couple of things he said, and a couple of things he's doing, I promise you, it's going to get you pumped up. Before I tell you what he had to say, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It doesn't cost you a dime to do so, and it helps us reach a big milestone. 2,000 subs in the month of September, last day of the month. If you didn't know, September only has 30 days. We're 60 subscribers away to 2,000. I really need y'all's help and really would appreciate it. Again, does not cost you a dime, and in return, you get daily videos on the Tennessee Volunteers, 100% free. Don't go anywhere, okay? Coming soon. What he's doing is going to fire you up. That's what I'm going to talk about in just a couple of minutes. But before that, I got to talk about his leadership. Just what we talked about on the top of the show. Because that was missing last year. Miles Kitselman said it himself, and Joey Aguilar seems like he's the exact opposite, the antithesis of Nico Iamaleava. And not just with his play, not just with his numbers, but the way that he keeps everybody's heads up and he encourages them, even in the down moments of a football game or in this season. He said, everyone's looking at me. If I'm walking with my head down after a bad play or a bad drive, that energy feeds off to everybody else. So just go out there and be a great leader. Keep my head up and encourage the team. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he was able to do what he did late in that game. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why this team was able to do what they did late in that game. Down a touchdown, 7 minutes left, 4th quarter, on the road, cowbells clanging. He leads the Vols on a 13-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. He did that because even though it was a lot closer than everybody thought it was going to be, even though it was a lot closer than everybody wanted it to be, he kept his composure, he encouraged his guys, and he led his guys. He didn't hang his head, he didn't throw his helmet when he threw 2 picks that weren't his fault. Take everything a play at a time, a drive at a time. That gives you success. And he made some massive, massive plays late in that game. 4th down and 4. Rolling to his right, throwing to his left. Chris Brazzell isn't even open yet and hits him with a perfect pass conversion. Again, 4th and 4 right there. That's a long conversion. And then this throw on 3rd and 6. Probably his best throw of the night to Braylon Staley, who shout out him. He pulled it down. 2 minutes left in the 4th. If you don't get this right here, you're going to have to go for it on 4th down again. Rolling out of the pocket on the run. I mean, where he's standing right now to where Braylon Staley is, that's a 25-yard throw. But what I'm really talking about today is what he does with the offense. And this is what you're really going to love. What he's been doing since he's come to Tennessee, you guys might already know about it, but he takes the team out every single Thursday night for dinner. And I believe when you're having the success you're having, you can look back at that and you could say, that might be a little bit of a reason why, just because of the culture, camaraderie, and the love that all these guys have for each other. That when you get in those games, late in the game, those moments, you're looking around, you see guys you're brothers with, okay? He talked a little bit about the tradition. He said, I scheduled the reservation, let them know where we are going at 5 p.m. on Thursday. It's just hanging out, just getting away from football a little bit and hanging out with his brothers. It was a tradition at App State that I wanted to carry over. The guys love it, going out, eating some food, hanging out, and talking. I love what he's doing. And I hope you love what he's doing as well, because he's leading this team in a phenomenal way. And the guys are responding to it. Not just with their play, but literally. They're responding to it with their words. Throwback a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks to the day. Star Thomas was on the podium after the loss to Georgia. He said, when you got a quarterback like that, it's hard not to go out there and play hard for him. He talked about him saying, calm down. We got this. Next play, next drive. Somebody's going to make a play. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't true for that game. But just having a guy like that, in those moments, you can look to, and you see he's rock steady. That makes you rock steady. Man, he's everything and more than we thought he could be coming in from UCLA. And I hope you guys feel that as well. Joey Aguilar is a top blank quarterback in the nation. I want you guys to fill that blank in for me, because I've been seeing a lot of discourse on Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of discourse on social media. A lot of people have him out of the top 10, which I think is a little bit ridiculous now for a guy who leads the SEC in passing. Where do you have him? In your top what? Let me know down below. While you're down there, you'll find this link, chatsports.com/UT hoodie. Dare you to click on it. It'll take you to this hoodie right here where you can get for $22. $33 off. They're taking off more than you're going to pay for the dang thing. It's got that sweet orange to it. The perfect orange, in my opinion. And now that we're a day away from October, we know it's about to get cold in Knoxville. Not freezing. It's Knoxville. But you'll have some really cold days for the next couple of months. If you want something new in your closet to keep you warm, to keep you looking good, chatsports.com/UT hoodie. That's where you got to go. Again, that link is in the comments and description of today's video. Now let's talk about an injury update on Daevin Hobbs. Usually it's funny. These injury updates, they come from Josh Heupel. Sometimes they come from Nakos. They come from Chris Lowe. They come from anybody. This one came straight from the horse's mouth himself. He posted on his Instagram story just last night, and he said, go time, with a little bit of a blushy, smiley, excited emoji to it. I'm not going to need to read into this too much. He's saying it's ready to go. He's saying he's ready to come back. And it's perfect because they're in this bye week right now, which gives him one more week of full rest, and then hopefully come back against Arkansas. A little bit more about Daevin Hobbs. 5-star recruit from Concord, North Carolina, number 4 defensive lineman in the class of 2023. He was in the defensive line rotation in the 2024 season, saw action in 13 games, 209 snaps, had about 20 tackles, had himself a good year, but obviously he was behind a lot of really good players, and he still was really young. He was only a sophomore, true sophomore at that. This year, everybody's pumped for Daevin Hobbs to see that jump from year 2 to year 3, where many people feel like that you make your biggest jump in college football. Unfortunately, suffered a lower body injury in camp. That's held him out of the first 4 games. The more depth on the interior of this defensive line, the better. I will never, ever complain about having more bodies in the defensive line, because it's not like the NFL, right? Defensive lines in college, and especially with Ronnie Garner, there is so much rotation. Players play so many different snaps. And I think we saw that Jackson Moy coming back last week was massive. He played phenomenally against Mississippi State. So many pressures, so many hurries, so much dominance getting in the backfield. And so now with Daevin Hobbs, you add another body to that interior. You add another guy to the depth. You add another guy out there playing who's in year 3, was a 5-star. Many people expect to be phenomenal this year. And you get the bye week to recover as well, like I said. If it was a week 5 game, if you were playing Arkansas this weekend, I'd say there's probably a decent shot he plays, but I don't know how good I'd feel about it. But the fact that you get this bye week to rest, and then they're not playing again, so 10 more days, 11 more days, I feel really good about him being ready for Arkansas. And now all eyes turn to Jermon McCoy. I'm expecting some updates on McCoy throughout the week as we go. The latest one we've gotten is from Austin Price on the Monday Night Chats. He said that he expects him to be full force mentally and ready to go. Now, does that mean he'll be physically clear too? We don't know. But mentally, it feels like Jermon McCoy is chomping at the bit to get back on the football field. I need you to get hyped for me, okay? Are you excited that Hobbs is coming back to the lineup? If you are, spam 5 in the comment section down below. About to see a guy who I think is going to be able to wreak some havoc along with Joshua Josephs, Tyree West, Jackson Moy, Caleb Herring, Jordan Ross. I mean, I'm really impressed with this defensive line so far, and they're only now getting better and more healthy. Make sure you guys got me followed on social media. Guess what? I got my Twitter pulled up right now. I'm looking at it. I've got 1,295 followers. 5 followers away from getting to 1,300. I need you guys to help me out. Joey Peterson 8. I'll put the link in the comment section down below. TikTok's growing. Instagram, you can find me there as well. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. YouTube.com/Vols Talk. That's the link, but you're already here. You're already watching. All you got to do is click out of this, full screen, hit that big red sub button, and you'll get a daily video, all 100% free, only on your Tennessee Volunteers.